What's it doing? This is Don Doing Stuff. You're listening to the Cheatcoders podcast. Before we start the show, we're going to shout outs to one of our sponsors, Archive Apparel, founded by a Filipino American from Los Angeles, California in 2017. It's a collection of fashion that represents the lifestyle of urban streetwear. We got none other than Christian Wildthought, who's modeling it for us right now. One of the pieces. The Archive movement is a story that focuses on the process of believing in oneself and the pursuit of dreams with passion and perseverance. You can buy their apparel on archiveapparel.com, which is spelled ARKIVE apparel.com, and on Instagram, archive_apparel.com. You like discounts, don't you guys?
I love discounts. Do you love discounts?
I like discounts.
Ralph, do you like discounts? I think our Cheatcoders listeners love discounts.
So yeah, if you use the code Cheatcoders15, that's Cheatcoders15, you get 15% off any of the Archive apparel. So once again, you can buy the Archive apparel on archive, ARKIVE apparel.com.
And if you tell them that Christian Wildthought sent you, you probably won't get a discount, but just tell them that Christian sent you anyway.
Let's get to the show.
Do you guys still have Postmans, or do you use owls?
Do you guys run through walls and hope to see a train station on the other side?
Are you a train?
Yeah, how do you get to school? How do you get to work? Do you ride on a griffin or something?
Do you rely on a hat's advice to decide to which uni you go to?
Pretty much, man. All the time. All my decisions.
He's just talking to talking to a snapback.
Where should I go today?
Starts talking like
It's like UWS.
I went to UWS.
I went to I never finished. I was like 1 year there. I was like, what you call it, economics, and I was like, fuck this.
I was at Bankstown for a year and a half, and then I just left to move to the Philippines for a year and a half.
Hey.
So I didn't get to finish.
Whereabouts in the Philippines did you move to?
So I stayed up north, mainly in Baguio and La Union.
Wow.
So past
How long were you there
Araneta, underneath Loag.
Dang.
And you know how to speak Tagalog, right?
Yes, but she's a bit rusty, so
You probably can speak better Tagalog than the three of us.
I know.
I doubt it.
We're too whitewashed.
Was that a random decision, or was it like UWS was just like straight up, man, fuck this, I'm going to Philippines?
You know what? I wish that would have been really cool. But we're actually Mormon, me and my husband. So we chose
like mission trips.
Yeah, it was voluntary.
Right.
We had to save up. So the whole time I was at Bankstown Uni, I had to save up to move to the Philippines.
Right.
To live
so cool.
for 18 months. Yeah.
Hey.
Wow.
Hey.
And you guys get to choose which area of Philippines?
No, we don't even get to choose. We have no idea what country we'll be living in.
See, this is I'm so curious. So when I don't know when you get off the plane, what's the next step? Do you guys?
So it's funny because during my time, I served during. I lived there 2016 to 2018. We weren't allowed smartphones, so we were given Nokia phones. I think our 6th or 7th week living in the Philippines.
Right.
Yeah.
So literally, when I got to the airport, I just had to wait until I saw a sign saying Mormon missionaries.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have
And
the
then,
counterparts over there that.
She even had the Filipino accent.
Yeah.
The sign had a Filipino accent.
Yeah, the guy's like, "Are you Mormon?" I'm like, "Yes." Yeah. But yeah, and then not until Mondays we would go to the computer shops, like in the local barangay one, and we would just email our families every Monday.
So that's the only communication. You couldn't even call them.
At that time for our church, it was just emails.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
wow.
Oh man.
I mean, it's good that they had something to defend themselves with. They had the Nokia phones that they could really,
the
really indestructible ones.
It's a brick.
No one wanted to rob us.
How good are you on Snake?
To be honest, we weren't actually allowed, but I know some Mormon missionaries who probably were playing.
Ooh.
You played Snake. You played Snake.
You a snake.
What are their names?
It was mainly the boys, like the foreigner boys. Yeah.
man.
It's always
Nice.
those guys, huh?
Yeah.
You know who you are.
But I love that you found love in the Philippines because we are the country of love.
Literally.
Everything
love
is more
teas.
fun.
Yes, and you went to Baguio as well, and that's where you bagged your man.
That's the new one. That's the new one.
Well, let's start the show. Then. Welcome to
very
another
good.
episode of the Cheatcoders podcast. My name is Raph. This is episode number 224. And I'm here with my usual suspects of doing stuff.
What's doing?
And all the way in London town getting down.
Yo, mabuhay.
Hey, isn't that blazing?
What's up? What's up?
Mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
After this podcast, I feel like I've been more Filipino than I'm
Yeah,
usually.
me too, man.
I'm saying salamat to everyone, no matter what their nationality is. It's like salamat. And we also have Mr. Beige Hat himself.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Garcia.
How's it going?
Hey, and Don, knock knock.
Who's there?
Chi.
Chi who?
Hey.
He walked into that
It's a
one.
special guest, special episode because we have a recording artist who has
Hey.
over 10 million streams on YouTube. Over 6 million streams on her music video and
Fire.
Man.
really killing it in the game. And also every time I'm filming a Islander wedding, her song's always playing at least twice a night. We have Bina Butta.
What's good?
Hey, how you been?
I'm good. I'm
Sorry,
good.
this is too loud. Yeah, so like, how you been with music and how you been like in life in general? Like, when did you have a baby?
So I have 2 kids now.
Two kids.
I got a
Hey.
2-year-old and a 1-year-old. Yeah, life's a bit busy, especially having 2 kids, both under 2. So just trying to juggle everything, and definitely excited to finally release some new music.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I could feel that too because like I've been trying to juggle this podcast and my 1-year-old just turned 1 over the weekend.
Do you have a
and
son or a daughter?
Son.
Oh,
Yeah.
how's that going?
Yeah. Right now, it was good at the start. It was like good. He had timings and schedules and stuff, and now it's just out of the window. Yeah, I was like feeding him anything now. Like, before it was like before it was like there's like set things and set times
Like a
to do it,
schedule,
but
yeah.
now I'm just like
It's out. It's gone.
it's 3 a.m. I'll just feed him this.
What do you feel like? Chocolate? Okay.
It's like kebab or something like.
Fall asleep, please.
It gets like that. Do you want any more kids, or you stuck
Oh
on
yeah,
one?
we're gonna game for 3.
Nice.
So the
Hey.
3 is the magic number.
Okay.
I think that's what we discussed, Shiv. But yeah, we'll figure that out. But like, yeah, we want them to be close as well, and
Yeah.
like
In
age
age,
gap as
yeah.
well. Well, what's the age gap between you and your brothers?
My eldest Kuya is Relic. I think he's like 32. I could be wrong. And then Kenyans, I think 28, and then I'm 25.
And also
Pretty
with-
close.
Well, shout out to Kenyan
Yeah,
and
it's
Relic.
That's not too bad.
Also, like, are they also embracing the Filipino culture, or is it?
Did they
is
go
it
to the
mainly-
Philippines too or not?
Did they-
No,
Oh,
unfortunately, they weren't blessed the way I was to live in the
Yeah.
Philippines. But it's so funny because every time they run into Filipinos, even if that person's only like a quarter Filipino, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, my sister used to live in the Philippines." Like they just try to make themselves relevant to a
Conversation starter.
Filipino, and I'm like,
Because like I filmed a couple of weddings from
Yeah.
Islanders, and then usually the mom would tell me that their son went to the Philippines for a mission.
Yep.
And the first thing they would say is like, "Oh, speak Tagalog."
Yes.
It's
They
the
go
first thing.
speak Tagalog.
And I'm getting nervous. It's like don't do this because like he could end up speaking it better than I do. So
Yeah, I feel you. Or like sometimes I don't know where I was, but my mom was like, "Oh, go speak Tagalog." But that person only spoke Cebuano or something. So
Oh,
I
right,
was like,
right.
sorry, bit limited there. But
Do you go to Filipino restaurants and do you?
Yes.
Are you the resident person to like
all
order
the time, yeah. If we
Wow,
don't
that's
go
cool.
in store, then we'll definitely call on the phone, place an order. But we live out in St. Mary's, so we're constantly in like Doonside, especially Reading
Oh,
Hill.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Philly
All the
town.
spots.
for
yeah.
just his sons or with our daughter's first birthday, you had a boodle fight.
Yeah, so my daughter's first birthday
Yeah.
was a boodle fight in Rudy Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I just love how you embrace the Filipino
Yeah.
culture. I was like,
Filipino ka ba? Filipino ba?
Yeah.
you could start like what do you call it? Our honorary like Filipino.
It's so funny because hopefully I don't get caught out for this, but I actually have the Filipino flag in my bio. And so many times I get people ask me like, "Oh, are you actually Pinoy?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm actually not. Like, pusong Pinoy, you know, like it's just a big part of who I am today
Right.
because of
Yes.
the life that I had there."
Can confirm it
Yeah.
is on her bio.
Oh, there you go.
Can confirm.
You put it up there, and now all the Filipinos will start claiming you. In
It's
terms
so
of like,
funny because I go
like-
to shows and they come up to me. They're like, "Oh, a picture tayo, sister. Come on." I'm
Whoa.
like, "Okay, let's take a photo."
die, picture
Sister.
Yeah, for
That's
real,
cool.
it's so cute. I
Yeah,
love
because
them.
like I always mention this on the podcast. Whenever they see someone on TV singing, they just automatically assume they're Filipino of some sort.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. Well, Filipinos really can sing. No one does karaoke parties like them.
Hey.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to get you on the show because like we are a Filipino-based podcast,
Yeah.
and you embraced it like as it's part of you, and it's been a part of your life. You found love in the Philippines.
Definitely.
And you really embrace the food, the culture. You pretty much probably speak it better than all of us here.
How did you learn Tagalog? You can speak Tagalog,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I
How
can
did you
speak Tagalog.
How did you start learning? it?
So for our church missionaries, when you first go to the Philippines, you spend about 6 to 8 weeks in Manila, and they teach you the absolute basics. Like
Yeah.
actual Filipinos teach you the basics, like ako, kayo, tayo, ka, mo, siya, onya.
Right.
Yeah, like very basics, and then that's it. 4 to 6 weeks.
Did you go in like completely blind? Like you did not know any Tagalog? So like
Yeah, so
beginners class.
very
Wow.
very beginners. Like growing up, most Polynesians actually grew up watching Pinoy dramas.
That was part of my talking
That
points as
show.
well. I was like trying to figure it out. Is this a myth or is this a fact?
No, it's
like,
a fact. In the actual
That's that
islands of
show.
Samoa, some not the actual TFC channel, but TFC episodes are constantly playing in the islands. Yeah,
What
brilliant.
teleseries are they watching?
the current I'm not sure, but the very first I will never forget. Forgot what it's called, but everyone knows Kading and Luisa. Please tell me y'all know.
Oh man,
I'm
You
sorry,
know,
I
you're
watched it.
Okay, yeah,
Lots
they're
of them look it
definitely
up.
Pinoy Australian, but ask
We're getting
Nana.
shown, bro.
It's like an old. I think it could be from the late 1990s or early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
that
like-
far back.
Yeah,
Right.
it's old. I'm like talking about those probably 30, 40 burnt CDs. Like, yeah, and that's how we'd watch it. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Brett Sadie.
Since I was little.
DVD era,
No.
VCR era.
So
Yeah, no
while the
subtitles.
Asians were sharing anime, you were
Polynesians were
sharing
giving out CDs.
teleseries.
is that the name of the characters?
That's true.
Kading
Yes.
and Louisa.
Yes.
Nats, can you find
That's
it? I can't
crazy.
find it.
I forgot the
I don't know how to
actor's
spell
name.
it.
But my husband, my now husband, actually used to have a crush on the Luisa actress, but I can't remember her name. Yeah.
Do you know her name? Do you know her name?
He would know.
Do you know her name? The
Who's the Filipino actress that?
It's alright. You don't have to pretend.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just watching.
You can say Piola Pascual. It's okay.
He's shy. He's shy.
There's a good chance the last name's De La Cruz. That's just my
Cruz.
statistics wise.
There's a cruise somewhere.
That's so funny.
That's a
Or the
cruise.
Guzman, maybe.
Kuzman.
That's so funny.
Well, yeah, it's a.
It's crazy.
What was your favorite part of the Philippines? What
I-
really got you to like be
Like in
this
love
is-
with the Philippines?
Yeah, that's it.
That's so hard to choose just one, but overall, the people.
Yeah.
I love the
Oh,
people
nice.
there.
Love it.
And you're still in contact with the people you spend time
I
with
try
over there?
to communicate with like we call them family back home on a monthly basis.
Right.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
love talking with them. And every time I talk with them, they're like, tumaba ka, Bina. I'm like,
Oh, man.
oh.
Unbelievable.
guys. Welcome to the Philippines, guys.
Yeah.
You don't feel it, man.
One thing about the Pinoy titas and the nanais, they have no filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Ah,
If you've gained weight,
Zero
they'll tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah. All the Pinoy titas and the moms and stuff are looking at us now, be like, see, She learned Tagalog in 2 months.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you try?
Oh,
It's like,
It's like that meme, right? It's like when all of like it was Ki Hyun Kwan and Michelle Yeoh won Oscars. Yeah, it's like all the Asian parents would be like,
Love that.
"You haven't won an Oscar
Yeah,
yet.
you did.
where's your
Where's your
Oscar?
one?
When are you gonna win your Oscar?"
Yeah, man.
Like, oh man, come on.
That's the
so
other side
true.
of Asian representation. we have to succeed. But
I'm kind of just still kind of trying to wrap my head. So did you grow up in Sydney? Like,
Or Samoa.
yeah.
Oh, so I was born in Brisbane, raised in California, and I started high school in
Whoa.
Sydney.
But you lived always in like city area, right?
Yeah, for
So
sure. Yeah.
because the thing I'm trying to get at is like, you know, going to Manila is already another world.
Yeah.
But going to Baguio is like
Yeah.
it's outside of,
Yeah.
you know, not outside of civilization, but you're away from city life. So
Yeah, it's
Wow.
funny though because Baguio miss more like the city itself.
Mhm.
It's actually beautiful. They like have a beautiful mall and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you go to like the mountains and all the bukits around it,
Mhm.
you're like you don't even feel like you're in a city. It's a
Right.
whole different world. Like, and that's why I said going back to my favorite thing about the Philippines is the people. They are just next level humble. They just bring you to earth and just to be around the culture and the people, like you get to learn so much of life from them living there than any university out here.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just love the experience of like I experienced it because my wife's Fijian Indian, and when we went to Fiji,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
we went to the like Fiji, not the resort style.
Yeah.
She was like, "I'm going to show you real Fiji," and we went there, and everyone was like happy with like what they
Yeah.
have. They're all like, you know, just having a good time, and then it really brings you down. It's like, you know what, all your problems in your first world type of
Yeah.
thing.
They're a lot smaller.
It's just a bit more smaller because
For
like
sure, yeah.
you know they have like, you know, not bigger problems, but their life is a bit more different, and they're just, you know, what they have is what they
Values
have.
is different.
Yeah.
Values
Yeah.
become different, and
Yeah.
then they're just happy.
Mm.
Like they're the happiest people, and I was like, man, it really brings you to
Yeah.
like
down
Makes
to
you more
earth.
Yeah.
appreciative of life.
Yeah.
It's the silly things that we kind of stress. Like I stress about not having Wi-Fi. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Yes.
Bro,
But over there, it's like
today I
it's a
broke one
different
of my
thing.
USB-C like plugs,
Mm.
and I was having a fit about it.
Yeah.
It's like my USB-C
funny.
plug. Oh my god.
But then, like over there, it'd be like, oh, there's more time for you to spend with your family, like not looking at your phone. It's like, yeah, you know what? That's true, man.
That's true. And I think especially for my time living in the Philippines, like I said, we had the brick Nokia phones. If I was homesick, I didn't have a choice. I had to wait until every Monday to go to the
Wow.
computer shops and email them.
Yeah.
And sometimes we would get to the computer shop, there was no Wi-Fi or like the internet was down if there was an actual
Brown out.
Baguio. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Man, Baguio, dude.
That's crazy.
It's
That's
beautiful.
one of the places I want to visit when, like, my next trip.
I missed out
Us
on going
too.
to Baguio when I went to the Philippines because I was about like 10, I think, when I was there.
Mhm.
And my sister's like, "Oh, we're going Baguio. Like, do you want to come?" And then I was like, "Nah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to a bag store." I'm good. So I slept in, and then they were gone for like a week. I was stuck in Manila. I was like,
by yourself?
with my cousins.
By yourself.
So like some of them were like planning to go Baguio for a trip, and I was like, and then I was
I
like,
thought it was a Macaulay Culkin
Nah,
type
nah, nah, nah.
situation.
It's like, do you want to stay in Manila with family, or do you want to go Baguio with us?
Setting up
I was like,
traps
in
I'll just see you.
Oh man.
It is more fun in the Philippines. That's a
It
fact.
is.
Yeah, it really is.
It is so fun.
Oh man, do you guys plan to go back there and visit?
Yeah, so it's funny because right after we got married, we were supposed to have our honeymoon in the fields, but then COVID slowly sunk in.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I just
yeah.
want to quickly say out there, my very first YouTube video was actually a video made by this guy.
Hey,
My wedding video, yeah.
yeah,
My
the wedding
wedding
video.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was our
well-
very first YouTube upload.
Hey.
Shout out
Oh,
to Raf.
nice.
Shout out.
And
Shout
thank
out
you.
Hype Real.
I think you got me more business. So thanks for that.
Wonderful work, honestly.
Well, yeah, like, all right. So let's get into the nitty gritty of the Philippines for you. Like, if the more important things.
Yes, yeah.
Oy.
So what's your thoughts on the current president? I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
I literally said to my husband before we put up, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my first time working with Pinoys. I asked my girl, who's the president? I said, what year did Japan come and colonize?
History.
I asked him, I was like, what's the year? I forgot the year. Like,
It's like
absolutely
it's
forgot.
like beforehand we were like, today is gonna just be pretty casual. We're not gonna like delve too deep into things. Who's the president of the Philippines? When was the Japanese colonization of the?
We're not going to grill you on that.
You could have just
Googled
said
it.
Pacquiao and we'd be like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
But even I would have been like, yeah, that's definitely not.
President Pacquiao.
Who's vice president? Apple Diap. Yeah.
That's so
So,
funny.
what's your favorite top 3 Filipino foods?
Oh,
We always have this debate, myself and my husband. So, for example, his number one ulam or just food there in general is Bicol Express.
Yes.
I don't know how to make it, so I'm trying to learn for him. But mine will definitely have to be, I know you guys hear it all the time, but definitely adobo,
No.
Yeah.
pork sisig.
Which
Sisig.
what
Sisig
style of
is the shit.
adobo?
Honestly, I don't like pineapple in mine. I don't like too many bay leaves. I like it almost dry.
You like
Chicken
it fried?
adobo, chicken.
Like, do you like
Yeah.
Oh, the
Fried
fried
with a
really
bit
like
of-
you drain it,
Yeah.
you drain out all the sabaw and
that's a
then
good
Yeah.
adobo.
So you don't like
grill it
sabaw
out.
in your
Yeah.
adobo?
like a bit, but not like too much.
You're into salty food,
Not drenched.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
drenched. Yeah.
Right.
Salt.
That's how I love adobo. Like
Konti lang,
fried
konti
adobo. Oh my god!
Yeah, that's bomb.
So
Goes
Oh,
good with
man.
anything.
anything that's got to do with like just putting a lot of water and just drain it out, like with the heat, like
You know what, I
longanisa
think-
and tocino.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
bro.
You know what? I
hungry
think
now.
like people who like adobo dry, I think are psychos.
What's your rice to ulam ratio?
Yeah, we also discussed this before we came.
He's like
mine is-
important stuff. When you talk about this, you're gonna ask me for sure.
What year was the Japan colonization?
The president.
And what's the rice to ratio?
president.
Ulam ratio.
mine's probably 70-30.
Hey,
Hey.
77-30.
Which way?
Which way?
70
Ulam.
rice, 30 ulam.
Yeah, that's dope.
See, she's normal.
So I'm a normal psycho.
What?
So adobo's your number 1, number 2
Yeah.
and 3.
I forgot what I
You said
said for my
sisig?
second. Yes, pork sisig. Thank
Pork
you.
sisig.
And then
Hey.
lastly, in general, street food.
Oh yeah, just
I love
Ooh.
squid balls.
Steaks.
That's the thing I was going to ask. Because,
Yeah.
in the Philippines, we have a lot of exotic foods.
Oh,
I was wondering, like, if you've tried some stuff
Yeah.
outside of balut that,
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of balut, to be honest.
yeah, see, like, I tried it when
Most
I was a
people
kid.
aren't.
Now I can't have it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I tend to, like, I like isao and stuff, which is, I don't know, here in Australia, you'd consider that exotic food, right?
what's
It's guts.
isao again? Is that the
The intestines?
like
And
that?
it's like that?
yes,
Yeah.
That I didn't like for the first 6 months, and then my last like
Did
12
you eat for
months.
6 months not liking it? That's crazy.
Yeah, even mangina sao, I didn't like it for
Yeah.
the first 6 months, and then
Wow.
up until the day I left till now, I crave it all the
Oh, yeah.
time.
Oh, man.
Chicken feet,
Oh,
surprisingly,
yeah.
that was actually good.
How did that?
I
Chicken
love
head.
chicken feet, bro.
Chicken head, surprisingly.
Whoa, chicken
Okay,
head.
you're a psycho.
Wow.
Chicken head?
Never had
Fried?
that.
Like,
Yeah,
how's
the
it?
barbecue, you know, the skewers, and
Yeah.
they have it.
Whoa,
and then the
that's
last
a
one
thing?
is it the pig's blood or the chicken blood?
Oh, and it's like
Did-
little
did-
cubes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they call it
Yeah.
Betamax.
Do you like
Yeah.
dinigoan?
Is that the?
That's the one where the pig's
Pig's
blood is
blood.
like
Blood
drenched.
Yes,
It's
like
kind of
a
like
jelly.
Baguio,
Yeah.
they make it real good.
Yeah. What's different between Baguio and? Have you tried Baguio?
I only tried it in Baguio
Oh,
because
okay.
I felt like I
Did you
finally
have
had
it?
no choice.
Did you have it with the puto? You did the puto in it, and you.
No,
did
I
the-
had it just like that from the bowl.
Straight up.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's OG, man.
I
That's
didn't.
like-
I didn't even
Candy.
know the puto thing was a thing.
Yeah.
Really?
like-
Wow.
Do you cut it on the each of the ends and then you just like suck it like a Tim Tam?
It's called the puto slam. Nah,
You're
that's how I
wild.
was
You're wild,
introduced to it, man.
Now I'm craving it.
Wow. Have you tried sizzling filo in Lakemba?
no.
Lick-
Lick 'em.
Is it
haven't.
Lidcombe?
Lidcombe.
No, not sizzling filo. No.
Is that the one we went
no,
to?
Smoking Cravings.
Smoky.
Smoky
No,
Smoky
I
cravings.
honestly only stick like close to our area.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're about to rattle off all these restaurants. There's like a place that does similar to chicken in a cell in Chatsworth.
Oh,
So-
have you guys tried mangina sao?
Yeah.
Do you like
So
mangina
good.
sao?
At the time that I was there, I think it's like a promotional thing, but they had lechon baka.
Oh, did you like it?
Oh, bro. Man, I didn't have enough gout pills when I was in my trip. But if I did, I would have kept eating it, bro. Because I was trying to mitigate. Like I was planning it out, like how my feet were feeling that day.
You have to count your pills.
Yeah.
I can imagine you putting a pill in like a lechon, like lechon cube, just eating it. It's balanced, right?
he takes the gout pill and puts it in his iced tea and just like mixes it.
Oh man, I'm like putting it in the back of my teeth. Like
it's like the top part of your halo.
Yeah.
On top of the flan is just the gout pills.
It's funny though, because like I know some people who are lactose intolerant, they take this supplement called lactase, and it's basically to give you the enzyme to help digest lactose in your stomach.
Right.
And it's almost like people who are gout sufferers is just like, I guess I'm eating beef today. I need to have my Purinol.
A quick question: is it common amongst Pinoys, like for a lot of them to have gout, or is it just?
Some people are just blessed to not have it.
Yeah, I know, he's lucky
I am
bastards.
immune. Have you seen Last of Us?
No.
Okay, bro. I am Ellie when it comes to gout.
He says that now, man. Like,
I know.
give it a few years.
But I
and he's gonna be like,
gotta
"Oh,
enjoy
my
it
leg."
because like I don't want to be those people who are just like super paranoid they're gonna get gout if they're immune and stuff. Like if I get it, I get it. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy.
But it can't kill you, right? It can't really kill you, right? It just
It'll just hurt.
I heard
like
it's
a
painful.
bit.
Yeah.
you just,
Yeah, that's
just
true.
lose a couple of days of walking.
He can't.
Hi, my
I'm
name's
laughing at
Bina,
this, like,
and we came
it's
on
like
here
it
to talk
makes
about
you
gout.
want to kill yourself. You're like, cut my foot off already.
Do you have any people in your family that gets
Yeah, I
gout?
was just about to say a lot of like in the poly community, everyone jokes about gout, but it's like we're laughing from trauma because
Yeah,
a lot don't
exactly.
actually have it. Like it's very common.
I laugh about it now.
This is our podcast. Our podcast is laughing from
Shared,
Yeah.
It's like coming together with shared trauma. That's
Yeah, childhood trauma. Yeah.
Oh, man. But you can't. I mean, the Philippines is one of those places you can't avoid. There's just so much food there that's obviously not good for you.
Yeah,
But it's
so good.
the flavor is just overcoming. It's like, you know what, it's worth it, and then you go for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my gosh,
But then you just experienced the 2 days of gout.
2 days would have been good if like
Wow.
a week is like
Oh,
the norm.
man.
So
Wow.
yeah. Oh my gosh, man, you're making me want to go to Philippines again.
Yeah, me too.
It's making me want to get gout again.
It's worth it if it's in the Philippines.
Yeah, the gout is more fun in the Philippines. Apparently. That's a,
The gout is just like the party animal in the Philippines.
yeah, it's just an ankle dancing in the.
It's like
dance
saying
floor.
like, inom na tayo. Let's go.
Gussie is like limping and his ankles going.
Yeah,
That's not fun.
I hope I actually don't get gout after this.
man.
Yeah, no, don't get gout.
Oh god.
I hope I don't get gout because that's just not good.
Did you find a lot? Were there any like what similarities did you find over there, and maybe like from like Samoa? Like, was there any things that you could?
Like the Pacific Islands.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, there was a lot more than what anyone would tell you. But specifically for me, I would say in Baguio, specifically the Igorot tribes.
right.
Very similar. I don't know if you guys,
Oh, wow.
if you guys have seen the Igorot tribal tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it looks like you've gone to like a Samoan tattoo artist.
Right.
It's
Okay,
very
wow.
similar.
Mm.
Some of the words, like Lima is Lima
Number
to us.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lima is like technically it's hand to us. Obviously, hand has 5 fingers.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
Lango
Oh.
is fly,
Yeah.
so it's a bit similar. Yeah. There was a few other words that I honestly can't remember, but
Yeah.
Baguio, the Igorot people, I was just like, wow, these guys look islanders. Like I would not be able to tell the difference.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
But,
cool, man.
Yeah,
I was
love-
buying these food, and then the guy was asking for I was Samoan. I was like, no, I'm Filipino. I was just getting recommendation of
Oh,
these
you
foods.
actually got it.
Yeah, I went to the one in Old Man Druid. I was trying to get to the other one that your
Oh,
mom
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to tell that your mom
Yeah.
told me to go to, but it was closed. So
Oh.
I'd had to get what I needed to get. So this is all I
From
could
Old
get.
Mount Druitt. Oh, bless.
Well, like, yeah, we'll try this later because, like,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
we had our previous guest DeAndre, who was Samoan, and he tried Filipino snacks,
Oh, yeah.
and we just wanted to flip the script, so we were gonna try
Yeah.
it.
Because you've had Filipino snacks.
I know,
before.
I'm pretty sure
I was
you like.
"Ooh, I wouldn't mind
I can't
Filipino
pretend to be like,
snacks."
oh, this is my first time for
Wow,
Wow.
that's so good. That's
Filipino
true.
snacks. What's your favorite one?
this? Pulveron.
Chicharon, ding dong, but ding dong we actually have at most island shops too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but chicharon's my favorite.
Oh,
But the fresh
Dip it on the
local
suka?
ones, yes,
Yeah.
the fresh local ones are better than like the ones
Oh,
store
yeah,
bought
yeah,
and
yeah,
sealed
yeah.
bags. Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
the
man.
ding dongs.
So
that was
hungry.
one of the things in the comments. People were like, "Oh, you should have got him some ding dongs, man."
Ding-dongs.
Like DeAndre.
Yeah.
Man.
We
Love
can't
peanut
have
snacks.
him taste everything, guys. We can't do everything within these 2 hours. Come on.
All right, let's flip the script because we know the Filipino foods you love. What's the Filipino foods that you don't want to touch ever again?
So I never touched it, but my husband did, and that was frog, like frog legs
Oh yeah, yeah.
and aso.
Oh,
Okay,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
did that
Aso.
at Baguio. They did that.
I think it may have been the lower lands, like the mainlands,
okay.
like La Union.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
served up north, closer to Loag, so up in like Abra. It's like more mountains.
Right.
La Union and Baguio are more like city-like. Yeah.
Right, right.
Question: did you eat the frog and dog willingly, or was it just like you ate it willingly? Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
it
The only
was
food
out of
they have.
necessity.
You don't choose.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fair
I
enough.
couldn't. I would literally just have the rice and the soy sauce.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
Wow.
that's my uni life anyway. So
Right.
rice and soy
Frog and
sauce.
dogs? What?
no, rice and soy sauce.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like adobo.
You just eat it and
Use your
pretend.
imagination. What ingredients you use? Rice, soy sauce, and my imagination. Pour
Oh
one.
my gosh.
I heard the frogs are like it's like fishy chicken wing.
Yeah.
Like that's the consistency of the frog leg.
I think they said it was chewy. Was it chewy?
Frog
Oh.
legs. Frogs. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
chicken.
see, there you go.
Is it like fishy tasting, but
Yeah, you can imagine it being fishy.
crispy
Oh,
fried?
yeah.
Oh,
They fry
Crispy
anything
fried
there.
frog, man.
Oh man,
Well, yeah.
Wow.
That's,
So it'd be like KFF.
no, it's KFC. Right, Kermit, right?
Fried frog.
Jolly frog.
Now I'm hungry.
Jolly frog. Jolly frog.
Could
From
you
Jollibee to Jolly Frog.
Frog joy.
It's frog and joy.
Just keeps going.
There's actually a page. I forgot what they're called.
Imagine
They
watching
actually-
Sesame Street and just getting hungry.
Frog.
Oh man,
Kermit.
I can't relate. There's a page out here in Western Sydney. They do the Pinot street food. Like they do squid balls and all that.
oh
Have
really?
you guys heard of them?
He might be Smoky Cravings.
I know
Might be that.
jazz balls.
Jazz balls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jazz balls.
Shout out
Oh
Just
yeah,
Pop.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I think they were announced, like they were live on IG for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They barely had any posts. Straight away I messaged them. I was like, hey, can we book you guys for a private event?
Hey.
But they said no, at the time they weren't taking any.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so keen. Ready when you are.
Well, I think on our is it on the 8th of
Yeah,
next month?
possibly on the 8th
Jasper's
of
going to be
May,
here
yeah.
with his fish balls.
Oh
Yeah,
my
with his
gosh,
cart.
the 8th of April?
8th of
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
I'm
If
gonna
you're-
be here.
if
So
you're
come through,
free.
come through, come
Yeah,
through.
We're
I will
having
be
like
here.
a Cheatcoders live event, and we're gonna have Callie's Grill's gonna be there,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they're gonna
I
be
love
there.
my Callie's Girl fam.
and I think Jazz Balls will be there too. So
Nice.
and we're gonna have like markets, and then
Wow,
we're trying to
that's
make
so
it
cool.
like. We're not marketing it as a Filipino markets, but we're trying to get
Just
as
markets.
much Filipinos.
Yeah,
as
for
possible.
sure.
So for the listeners out there, if you are in Sydney, April 8th, Common House Studio on 171 Powell Road in Glendenning, come to that. What
From
time's it
4
start?
p.m. to late.
So whenever.
So whenever.
Yeah.
Because after the show, we're going to have DJs playing from Hotter Out West. And
4 p.m. till Tuesday.
That's
That's
it,
what
bro.
I'm trying to do. It's a long weekend. So
Is there going to be
have fun.
karaoke?
I don't know. We might actually have karaoke.
Not for me. I just want to see all the titas get up and sing.
Was there a Filipino song that you kind of learned because of the whole karaoke thing?
So when I was first learning Tagalog out in my areas,
Yeah.
so my first area was Agoo La Union, and there was a song that came on somewhere in the barangay. I think it was called Mahal na Mahal by babe, the guy that sings Sam
Concepcion.
Yeah, that guy.
Right.
Love that song.
Ooh.
So my kasama at the time, she was obviously older than me and she was Pinoy.
Yeah.
She went and printed the lyrics for me on Monday. Just so that was like my language study. I forgot it now, but that was so funny that I fell in love with that song.
You were a musician even before serving in Philippines, right?
Not a like proper recording artist. No.
Oh, okay. But did that play a part in you become? You know what, man? I'm actually fucking dope at singing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I got 100 on Magic Mike.
yeah.
I should be a singer.
My teacher said I could sing.
It was funny because one P-Day we were at the computer shop, like I think I was in a Go'o, and Kenyon emailed me and he was like, oh, hey sis, just letting you know that song Bay that we did a draft of, I ended up releasing it on Apple or iTunes or something.
Yep.
And then he sent it to me and I was like so confused. I thought it was just a draft for him to like go find a different female artist. But yeah, and then I came home and I did I think like 2 or 3 shows within the first year I was home, just off of that one verse.
Wow.
Yeah, Bay. So yeah, shout out to Kuya Kenny for that.
Hey, shout out. So he like tricked you into getting into a career.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Literally, I was like, I'm in the Philippines trying to discover myself, and yeah, he just told me. He didn't even ask me.
He
He just
tricked
told
you
me.
into becoming a singer.
Yeah,
That's like most Filipino parents. Is like sing for your uncles now.
right.
Sing
At
for
family
them now.
events, yeah,
It's crazy.
can definitely relate.
So how's the life of a musician going for you? I've seen in your stories you've been touring in
Yeah.
America, in Australia, having the same tours as Kaylani, having the same festivals as all these big artists and stuff. Like how's it feeling?
Honestly, sometimes it feels very unreal. I feel overall very blessed, but I feel like I am probably your non-typical female artist. Like maybe growing up, I was like, yeah, I love music, but I think the only time I actually get to work on my creative side or write is when I'm in the studio with Kuya Kenny, like Kenyan. Away from my kids. I don't actually get to focus on my craft the way I'd like to, and I guess that's just because I mean, I don't want to sound like there's annoying moms that blame their kids, but that's my reality.
Do you bring your kids with you on tour and stuff like that?
They only came to the last week of the American tour and to our New Zealand tour.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Every other time it's just us.
Because I imagine like having kids is a full-time job in itself.
Oh,
right?
100%.
And
It's
then-
like
Yeah.
8 days a week.
And then it's your job of actually singing. So
Yeah.
yeah, wow.
But thank you to everyone who actually does listen to me. I really appreciate it.
Hey. And the success of Lady Love.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That blew up like wildfire. Like
Very unexpected.
I just only saw the streams the other day and I'm like, oh shit, this is a song.
It's one of
Holy
those
shit,
songs
yeah.
that like you know it's doing so well that it needs a remix of itself. Like it's just like this song's so good. Let's make a remix, and the remix does really well too. Like
Yeah.
this song is really really good.
And shout out to DJ Noise because I think that's like the only remix that did so well with Lady Love.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, how's it feel? How's it feeling like? Because like this is kind of like one of this is the smash hit.
Yeah.
Like, out of your whole catalog. Like, how does it feel getting on that ride? Just everyone just knowing the songs, I could imagine you going on stage, playing that song, and the crowd just singing along.
Yeah,
to it.
like sometimes I get really emotional. I think there was honestly like 2 shows. I think I actually cried on stage. But thankfully everyone was sweating and everyone was drunk. So like maybe it just looked like I was sweating. But yeah, it's just so unreal. Like it's like a moment that you just have to take it in. Like especially when the crowd sings back to you. And I think like for me specifically when I see like non-Pacific Islanders singing along, like I just feel very blessed because I feel like ultimately it's a goal as well to make it outside of just our community. Because obviously like we love to make music that our community loves, but it speaks more volumes if you can reach more.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
hope that makes sense.
we'll get you another 10 million from the Philippines.
Ooh, yes,
Another 6 million on your video from the Philippines.
There's some big calls there.
Hey, you never know, man. Big Cheatcoders, man.
That's what you mean. Like,
That'd be awesome to bring the Filipino audience like up there as well.
Yeah.
So that'd be awesome.
Do you have a lot of listeners from the Philippines?
we actually do. I can't remember the percentage, but my manager would actually tell me, and I'm like shocked. I'm like, wow, we actually have streams like coming from the Philippines.
Yeah, wow. Wow. Hopefully that'll increase after this episode.
So that's what I'm hoping for.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's funny because me and my brother have like music of mine coming out, and every time I'm like, this is a song. I can feel it. This is my moment to put like some Tagalog lyrics. And every time we do it, he's like,
wow.
wait for the EP or wait for this. So like, I'm just waiting, but I'm so excited. I got all my drafts ready.
Wow.
Hey, you're gonna put Tagalog in some songs too?
Yeah.
Exclusives.
Or even if Taglish, like I just feel it's a big part of who I am.
Right.
Don't worry.
That's cool, man.
Once you put some Tagalog in a song, the Filipinos are gonna
Oh,
run with it.
Yeah, they're gonna start claiming you like they.
She's
like
half Filipino.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Like to be real, like Bebot wasn't a great song, but it had Tagalog
it's-
in it,
yeah.
and we just ran with it. It's like,
I didn't even
Yeah,
know what bebot meant when I heard it. I was like, bebot. I'm like, yeah,
Was
that
that a
sounds
song?
Filipino.
yeah, that was a song by Apple Diap.
Apple, yeah.
And the
yeah.
Black Eyed
From the
Peas.
Black Eyed Peas. So yeah,
They released it on
Oh, wait,
the
yes,
Black
yeah.
Eyed Peas album.
yeah, it was on the Black Eyed
Wow,
Peas album.
okay.
I don't know where it was. It's Bebot, and then it was like the chorus is like
verses with
Filipino,
Tagalog.
Filipino, and we're just like we just love the representation. So
Yeah.
That was the anthem, man, for a
Yeah,
long
for
time.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
would you want to do a concert or a show at the Philippines?
That's literally at the top of my bucket list.
In Baguio,
Hey,
even.
yeah.
Shit.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah, in
dope.
Baguio or Agoo. Those two. I'm sorry, I love all my areas in the Philippines, but Agoo and Baguio will always have a piece of my heart.
Hey,
I mean, you have like an automatic fan base over there, straight up. You know what I mean? Just from the
Yeah.
time
Well, I
you
hope
spent.
so. I pray for
Yeah.
it.
It's your kasama, and then all of their family, which is at least
Yeah.
100 people.
All our church fam there.
Man, what's it like to go from like living in the Philippines where you like barely had any contact with people on a weekly basis to now doing tours and like, you know, performing on stage and stuff like that. What's that like? Because I can only imagine that'd be completely two different worlds.
Yeah, like I love when I get to come home to my husband and to my kids, and because I actually met my husband, you know, like in the Philippines as
Yeah.
well. So I love when we get to reflect on all our memories and experiences in
Yeah.
the Philippines. It just really humbles us and reminds us somewhat of where we came from. Even
Yeah.
though, like, you know, we weren't born and raised in the Philippines, like we got to experience that part of life that.
Can you tell us about how the two of you guys met?
Yeah.
Tell us
Yeah.
the story.
Oh, that's so funny. Everyone knows
Spill the
that. So it's funny
were you
because
dedicating the Sam's Conception song to him?
Yeah.
I actually wasn't. I can honestly say definitely not to him. So it's funny because so my husband's name's Maka. He's Tongan. Shout out to him.
Shout
My
out.
babies. So we were both in Manila, both learning the basics of Tagalog. But when we actually went to our areas, like separate areas in Baguio and stuff, he was like up north. We actually didn't get along throughout the mission, like our boundary area. Everyone just, I don't know, there was just a thing. I was just like, this dude would be kind of annoying in my eyes. And
Sounds like a teleserie, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't
It
like
does,
this guy. Did you bump into each other and you had to pick up your notes from the ground?
Yeah, damn. I'm sure it'd be like, hey, can you translate this for me? I don't know what this says. Mahal kita? What does it say, bro?
Doesn't mean expensive scene.
That is so funny. But anyway, so I finished 18 months. So like I finished 6 months before he did because he had to stay there for 2 years. And so anyways, yeah, when I came home, I started emailing him on Mondays.
On the Mondays.
Yeah, on his P days because that's the only time we could talk. And then, yeah, it was when he came home from the Philippines, like literally fresh off the plane. I think later that night or the next day, we went on a group date. And Kuya Kenny actually came on the group date on accident. And then, yeah, we just kicked off
A
from
group
there.
day, that sounds so old school too. Like
It
very
was so
like
fun.
you got what do you call it? Like people that accompany you.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's they have a name for it when you have
Chaperones?
a school. Yeah, chaperones, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ken's like man,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know,
know. Keep watch.
I just realized that your relationship with the food there and your husband is kind of the same. Like
Oh,
you
that's
didn't enjoy
true.
him in the
At the
Philippines for his first 6 months.
I actually like this food.
And you went to Australia and you kind of missed that.
Yeah, that's actually so funny. Only Ralph would think of that.
I was like, hey, wait a
It's a
minute.
good analogy.
So it's like
But
Filipino food to you. That's awesome.
But you know, I think that's why the
Didn't like it at
Filipino
first.
culture, especially food, is a big part of not just my marriage, but like my family, like my kids. We always take them out. They love halo halo. They love ice cream. Like, obviously, they just have like ube ice cream. And not sure what the other
Yeah.
flavor is.
Probably like cheese or something. Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so-
me and my husband always talk about we can't wait for our kids to try dirty ice cream. Yeah, dirty ice cream, and they'll sell it in like the bread. You know when they sell it on the streets
in
in
the
the
cart,
fields.
right?
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
just
I don't
ring
know
the
why they
little
call
bell.
it dirty.
Because
like,
they sell it on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's street ice cream.
Even
It's
though it's
so
the whole
good.
dirty kitchen thing as well. They call it dirty kitchen, but it's just a kitchen outside.
Yeah.
It's probably
It
just
takes so long.
anything that's straight is probably just dirty stuff.
Because Philippines.
Yeah.
Like out there's lots of like pollution and stuff. So
Yeah.
you're eating a little bit of pollution in the ice cream. It adds to
It's
the
just
flavor.
Yeah, that's why it's
So
so
if you
good.
play basketball on the street, it's dirty basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you see two cars lined up, it's called dirty racing.
Yeah. Have you
feel
played
like
that game? I'm Dirty Fighter.
There's
So
like sometimes like because Filipinos are really good dancers, so if they're out
Yes.
on the street breakdancing and stuff like that, dirty dancing.
Yeah, hey.
Shut up, Don Swayze.
I'm not sure if they're serious or.
Nobody puts bata in the corner.
Step up two.
It's funny because me and my husband were actually saying, yeah, remember in the Philippines, like, every barangay has random on the spot basketball competitions, and the winner would get like 3 or 2 bottles of Coke in the glass bottles.
In the glass or
Yeah, and it would literally look like a netball hoop, like no board, nothing, no net,
Yeah.
and it's basketball.
As long as there's a ring and
Yeah.
a ball, that's
And
all
a
you
ball.
need.
And that's saying a lot since like when you buy Coke from like a tindahan or whatever, like, they give it to you in a plastic bag. So to get bottles, actual bottles of Coke,
Yeah.
it's saying a lot.
That's
man.
why it's like, come on, guys, we gotta win. Put your chanelas on, your best pair. Put them on. Your
These are
good
my
pair.
basketball chinelas. It's just got the swoosh on it.
This is my Jordan 13s. Wow.
My heavy
Get the
under
Jordan
13s.
Jordan, not Jordan. Jordan.
Jordan. This is my Tito Jordan gave me these chinelas.
It's funny because I was also we were talking about too, like the Filipino pronunciation is like top tier. Like my name's Bina, but they call me Ate Bina, or like Jordan.
Yeah.
It's funny. There was one time, me and my kasama, we put up to this barangay and we were looking for someone from church. His name was David, and we asked one of the kids, we're like, "Ading, lika dito, kilala mo ba si David? Alam mo ba san si David san siya?" And the kids looking at us like, "David? Hindi siya ko kilala. Alam mo ba si David?" Like asking his friends, and then we're like, "Oh, that's weird. He doesn't know David." A few minutes later, this kid comes back to us and he's like, "Ay, David. Oh, David pala. Kilala ko siya, David. Oo, nandyan siya." And we just could not stop laughing. We were like, wow, like, because she was American and I was obviously Australian. We're like, we got it wrong this whole time. It's not David, it's
David.
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 What's that TikTok where they're in the grocery shop and they're asking for
Yeah,
something?
they were looking for Farmer Sanchez, and it turned out to be Parmesan cheese.
Oh my God.
Meron po kayong Parmer Sanchez.
What's doing? We're taking a break from the podcast just for a moment to talk about one of our sponsors, Archive Apparel, founded by a Filipino American from Los Angeles, California in 2017. It's a collection of fashion that represents the lifestyle of urban streetwear. We've got Garcia here showing off some of the Archive Apparel. So the Archive movement is a story that focuses on the process of believing in oneself and the pursuit of dreams with passion and perseverance. You can buy their merchandise on Archive, ARKIVE, apparel.com, and on Instagram at archive_apparel.com. And check it out. So Garcia is modeling some of the apparel right now. It says Archive apparel.
Entitled to any discounts by any chance? No.
They are. It's a good question.
We're Filipinos. We love discounts.
It's good that you asked that, Garcia. So if you use the code Cheatcoders15, so that's Cheatcoders15 for 15% off Archive apparel.
Hey. Shout out to Post Up.
Let's get back to the show.
Oh, man. You still watch the teleseries and stuff?
Like, are you talking about TFC and all that?
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
dramas? Yeah.
Do you actually have TFC?
Someone unsubscribed me. But yes, like TFC was my thing. But I remember before my second child was born, my husband was like, "You're spending too much time on TFC." I'm like, no, it's worth it. I think it was like what, $18 or $21 a month or something.
It is quite pricey. But did you have the whole setup? So before you put the show on, you have your tissues ready?
I'd have my snacks and everything, my ding dong. I heard you can actually get a TFC box. One of my titas had it. I would go over now and then.
Yeah.
She has a remote, a TFC remote, and a TFC box. I was like, wow, next level. I just had the like login that you can just.
It's like an app nowadays.
Yeah, so it'd be like on the TV or the smartphone, laptop.
My parents, they don't have TFC, and they've never had TFC. But what I realized recently when I saw them watching like teleseries and things on YouTube, and it's in like full episodes of. It's not MMK anymore. It's not Maala Alam Mokoya. It's like Pakailan Man or something like that. It's It's like it's similar to that. The true stories of like reenactments of true stories. But they're watching it, and I'm just like, what is happening? But yeah, like you can watch like Filipino teleseries.
I'm guilty of YouTubing some Pinoy movies. And they have the entire movie, start to end.
What's your favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite movie, but my favorite series in the past few years was Blood Sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So literally about three sisters. Yeah, like blood sisters born into different families. Some were a bit Mayaman, some weren't. They like run into each other. It's like the old typical. There's good and evil. Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
Here for the drama.
Three sisters, three families.
And you're a sucker for the love teams and stuff?
Yes, I am.
Do you have a love team that you kind of ship? Like,
not at the moment, but I love how you were like, do you have your tissue box with you? Because
you're going to be crying every
sometimes
episode.
my husband would come home from work and my daughter's sleeping, my first child, and he's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, TFC.
They broke up.
Yeah, she passed away. And I'm like,
she passed away. She got run over by a jeepney.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeepneys. Did y'all actually hear about the jeepneys?
Yeah.
I know, as dramatic as it sounds, I was on TikTok and Facebook. I was crying watching all the jeepney videos, like, watching them protest, or the drivers. But I think it's mainly starting in Manila that they're trying to.
Did you, like around Baguio, was that a big, is there a lot of jeepney in Baguio?
Baguio, there's still heaps of jeepneys. It was the tricycles. The tricycles not as much in Baguio because of the mountains. So
right.
Yeah, really high.
Oh man, imagine being on a tricycle.
It's like a bus tour, like a Greyhound bus to get there, right?
Yeah. Those buses are so funny. You think the T-Way drivers are bad here? The Filipino bus drivers.
They look like Fast and Furious drivers, hey.
Yeah, you don't even make it to your seat. They're already like vroom vroom on one-way roads. One way.
They go so far, and then even on the multi-road, like they'll snake around the traffic like they're driving a hatchback.
Yeah.
But it's
they're so
a 20-meter fucking bus.
There's no seatbelts or nothing.
No, dude.
What about when they come around and they're doing the hole puncher on your tickets?
They're
like not even looking. They're just like 2 seconds and they've done like 5 holes. They're so good. Very talented people.
The drivers there, like, see, this is the thing, like, we always like go, oh man, like, I could never drive in Philippines. I could never drive a Jeep in the Philippines just because I can't concentrate and do maths at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, those guys they're the cashiers at the same time that they have to navigate through the traffic. So
I'm surprised how like it's not organized, but it's organized, because like someone sitting at the back will give money to the person next to them, then they'll pass it on all the way up to the driver. The driver will magically know where this person's getting off, and then will calculate their fare, and then we'll pass back the change, and then it'll go back to that same person.
The right person. Yeah.
It's like, how does that happen? Like, it's like I couldn't figure it out when I was there. Luckily, I had my cousins, and they were just like, "Yeah, we'll just jump on the Jeep. You pay this much." I'm like, "How do you know that?" He's like, "You just
You just know.
You just don't.
I think the funniest, so when you are in a jeepney and there's like not much people in it, if someone's sitting next to you and there's a big gap, you're the person that has to slide all the way over to the driver and slide all the way
It's
back
your
to
job.
the seat, and it's like,
Have you
oh,
ever
I'm
walked in
tired.
and be like, oh crap, no, and then you realize that you have to be the person that goes.
Yeah, so many times in my kasamas, usually they were like the Pinoy ones. They'll be like, "Oh, you sit there." You sit there. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
They make
They were
use of
setting me
it.
up, but it's fun. All good memories.
And then
Oh,
like when
man.
you tell, because I can barely see out of the windows on a
Yeah.
jeepney, and you have to guess when, because I wouldn't know where to get off. But then to get off, you need to say "parapo."
Yeah,
Yeah.
parapo and tap the ceiling.
Yeah, tap the
Usually with
ceiling.
your finger or the coin. Yeah.
Like if I was the driver, like obviously you've done all this math, you've done all this stuff, and then you have to listen out for parapo as
Yeah.
well. Like, man, come on.
Mm.
That's just
It's like magic, bro. It's jeepney magic, bro. You know, like it's like being a jeepney princess again. You know.
Shout out to all the jeepney drivers.
Hey,
Shout out.
shout outs to them, and shout outs to all jeepneys. Hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Hopefully they.
Hopefully they
bring-
don't really phase you out. You know, like it's
Yeah.
part of the
Yeah,
culture.
it really
brings
is.
out of all the vehicles that bring color to the Philippines. They're taking them out. And it's like, oh,
100%.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll figure something out because it's a shame.
Whatever they replace it with, because obviously it's going to happen eventually. Whatever they replace it with, they need to paint them just like they do the
Oh,
jeepneys,
dude.
because they're
Yeah.
iconic. They're like the graphics on it's iconic.
Yeah.
I agree. And I hope, like, I'm not sure, I don't look into it as much as I should, like politics sides there, but I hope they, like, give work opportunities, I guess, to the now retired
Yeah.
jeepney drivers. That would be really nice. Thinking of them and their families for sure.
Is that practically their own business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like
You
know,
take away their
Livelihood.
method of living.
It's
bro.
like me being a videographer and everyone just like the government be like, no videos from now on.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I gonna do now? Like, I guess I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a nurse. Like my mom wanted me to.
He's going to move to the Philippines and study nursing for 4 years.
Yeah, that's what.
A lot of foreigners do that, actually. It's quite cheaper there.
Oh, really?
And it's recognized in America, yeah.
Is
Some of my
it?
American cousins lived in the Philippines when I was there too,
right.
studying.
Yeah. So be
I
like,
know they do that with English and stuff, but I didn't realize the nursing thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think in
the
Manila, it's
Philippines
quite
is
big.
the Harvard of nursing. Yeah, like in movies, they're like, I want to go to Harvard and all that stuff. In the Philippines, and when you want to be a nurse, you go to
Yeah.
the source, bro.
Harvard, Manila.
so
You go
true,
to
man.
you go to the Philippines.
Aw.
So the top nurses.
Oh man.
But yeah,
Harvard.
do you recommend any Filipino movies? Because I've been trying to find. You're probably the wrong person to ask. You love all that Love Team stuff.
Yeah, I love
I'm trying to watch.
my drama.
He said it with such disdain.
Yeah, I was like, oh, sorry.
Stuff. That love team.
Because I was like on Netflix, I'm trying to find a Filipino movie in there, but it's all like lovey-dovey
Yeah,
stuff. And I'm
you
just
should
like,
probably check out
rom-coms.
TFC or
yeah,
YouTube,
I might get a subscription just to see. I want to start watching Darna though. Like, apparently there's like 150 episodes since last year, so I might get. into it.
150 episodes, bro.
Yeah.
In a year, man.
Yeah, that's practically every day type of thing.
That's
Wow.
that's once every 2-3 days, bro.
Yeah, I like superheroes, so let's go. I'm
Darna.
gonna watch some Darna.
How many Dana stories can man, they're just burning through it real quick. Eh?
It's like
space that shit out, bro.
The only way they do that is like if it's like an anime, like a Japanese anime. She's charging for about 5 episodes.
Yeah.
For a whole season, she's like,
It's like 3 weeks is building up.
Is this an anime show y'all talking about?
Which one?
That.
Dinah's like Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
it's the the Pinoy Wonder Woman.
Oh wow.
It's
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
what was it? What's the kid's name? That was a superhero, Boy Bawang or something? Or
Boy Bow.
yeah, there was a superhero called Boy Bawang. Trust me, trust me, Filipinos, you better support me. Like, there was a kid. Oh, but then there's like something Ingoy. Oh, there was a kid that was a superhero. Oh, fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. Super Ingoy? Ingoy? No. All right. It's whatever. It's there.
He'll find it. He'll find
Someone
it.
will comment on the below. Tell me
struggling.
which one it is. But like,
Nat's had to do some dad stuff, so he's not there
it's all
to help
good.
produce
But
and
yeah.
then find out and do some
But
research.
yeah, I want to try and watch some Darna because, like, you know, if I'm gonna support Marvel and DC, I better support some some homegrown superheroes.
So with one of the superheroes that we have, well, it was a movie. They made one movie of it, but what she would do is like she would stand under. Oh no, it was a guy. He would stand under the banana trees. How they have a heart.
Yeah.
And then I think it's like a certain time in the midnight. You have to lie down on the ground and then wait for the sap to fall into your mouth. And then if you catch it successfully, you get superpowers for like the next 24 hours. But like, I'm just thinking,
I want to go.
Just waiting all day.
And the world needs saving. All right, just wait.
yeah, I know. Just wait. I'm just gonna wait here, bro.
That's so funny. So it's in this. Is it an anime?
No, it's like real life thing.
Yeah,
but
with
like
live
it's one of
action,
those like
yeah.
folklores and stuff. When you stayed in Philippines, did you hear any of these like weird folklores?
Yeah.
That
No, I actually didn't.
No?
But I did hear a lot from the like Pinoy missionaries that it was a lot similar to kind of like the like myths, I would say, like in the Pacific Islands about like believing in like ghosts and stuff. And
what do you have any ghost stories from
okay, so
Philippines?
nothing ever happened to me, but my last it was my third or second last night ever in the Philippines, and I had a sister. She had to come and stay with us because she said that she was feeling a type of way. So the first and one night that she comes and stays with us, the other sister missionaries come downstairs and they're like, hello, Sister Brown. I was like, ano nangyari, ano. And they're like, she's feeling like weird. And I look over and she's like just staring, like she's acting possessed.
No shit.
And in my mind, I'm just like, oh no, I gotta go back home. Like, I want to stay in the Philippines, but I
go
have
back home as in Australia.
yeah, but I'm like, I have to pack my bags. Like, I haven't seen my family in 18 months. Like, I don't know. I can't deal with this right now. Like, I didn't know what to do. And I was the senior kasama in that bahay, in the kabahay at the time. So I was like, hello. So the only thing I did was I took a mattress, put it downstairs in the kitchen, and I just somehow asked her, like, oh, can you just sleep downstairs, like, so I can finish packing my bags to go back to Australia? And the funniest part was she did, and they said the next morning she woke up normal. Yeah, so I was like,
the demon just wanted attention and you gave it
Yeah, I know.
none.
I
You gave it
asked her
no
very
attention.
nicely. Yeah.
You're just like, can you sleep downstairs? I don't have time for this shit.
Yeah, I was
please.
like, I have to I didn't want to be mean, but I was just
I
like,
need to see you in
have
a
to-
scary movie for sure. Like the
Have to
ghost,
pack my bag.
like you know how they do a jump scare. It's like, oh, I don't have time for this bullshit.
yeah. Ghost face comes out and he's like, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. Can you just wait downstairs while I pack my bag, please?
And it was funny because her kasama was actually Tongan as well. She's still one of my good friends. Shout out to Jessica.
Shout out.
And she was scared, like, so it didn't help that everyone else was scared, but I think I was like, I'm more scared of missing my flight to go back to Australia because I know it's so mahal, and I waited 18 months to see the fam.
You're like talking to the ghost. It's like, you know how much I paid for these tickets.
Yeah. I waited 18 months emailing every Monday.
Priorities, man. I love it.
You know, like I only go to get internet once a week.
Yeah, if
and
there
booking
was.
this flight. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, so that's probably the only, like, my personal, like, ghost kind of story.
Yeah.
But
That's
I think
amazing.
if that happened to me at the start of my time living in the Philippines, would have been a different story.
You would have booked your
Yeah.
flight back straight away.
Yeah, because I had to go from Baguio all the way to Manila, so that's why I said it was my last night there.
This was in Manila, not in Baguio.
No, this was in Baguio. But you know how you
okay.
have to catch the long bus?
Right,
I don't know, I
right.
think it's like 6 hours. So if I miss the bus, I miss the airport. If I miss the airport, no Australia. Yeah.
Ain't got time for this demon.
Yeah.
Ain't got time.
Right, the deal is like, you're not even scared, man.
Yeah.
Why do I even put in effort?
Go sleep in the kitchen. Aw.
So I was getting
Baguio.
possessed, and the first thing she thinks about is her flight. That's the best. That's the best flight or what is it? Flight or fight?
Fight or
mode.
flight, yeah.
She chose a flight.
She chose the flight.
You want to fight or flight?
Philippine Airlines flight.
It actually was Philippines. It was the best. I literally kept the napkins from that flight because I don't know. I was just like,
Like a
souvenir.
the last
Memories.
of my Philippines.
Yeah.
Pasalubong. You just give it to
Yeah.
someone. Here's some napkins.
Right. And then after 1 week back in Australia, like in Sydney, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go back. Like,
That is the most Filipino tita thing to do, though. It's like you go somewhere and you take a bunch of napkins with you. I'll just save this for later.
that's so funny.
That's like my mom. She keeps the soy sauce little thing from Sushi's.
Yeah.
Little
Fish.
fish.
Little fish.
And she has like a whole container worth of them. She never uses them at all. But she's like, maybe one day.
You know, I tried cooking with it because my parents have it as well.
Yeah.
I tried
Make
cooking
adobo out of
and put it into the thing, but it's a different soy sauce,
Yeah, I was
man.
gonna say way. I'm
It's
like,
different. I
"Is it?"
tried. I'm like, this is not the right soy sauce.
Oh, because it's been
Yeah.
in your pocket for like 3 hours before it hit the fridge. It's like off soy sauce.
I'm so dead.
Man.
As a Filipino, do you keep a jar of suka with like chilies and,
No, I
and
would.
garlic and stuff?
When I
Just-
lived closer to one of my titas in Liverpool, I used to always go to her house and try to steal hers. But I'm too scared to make my own. I don't want to waste. I don't want to disappoint myself.
The cool thing is just because it's vinegar, it doesn't expire. So
Yeah.
you can
Oh, I didn't know vinegar
because
doesn't-
vinegar doesn't expire. That's the whole point of the whole thing, where you put all the flavor
like,
in there,
oh.
and then you can just leave it
Yeah.
on the shelf for a long time.
We
30
finish
years.
because we cook all the time with our vinegar and soy sauce.
Mm.
Like I feel like it's not a Pinoy kitchen if you don't have your soy sauce. What's that? Is it the Swan brand?
Yes.
Yeah, the vinegar sauce.
Yeah.
What's that yellow packet that we always have? Magic Sarap. You have to have Magic Sarap. You have to what's the green limes again? The green lime soy sauce. It's the Pinoy limes.
Calamansi?
Calamansi.
Hey.
Yeah, we have the little calamansi soy sauce. Like
Do you guys still incorporate calamansi into your food?
if you
Like-
come to our house now, it's in our cupboard. Like we
Yeah.
have to have. Those are like our main.
Right next to the Mang Tomas. Wait, Mang
Like in a
Tomas
bottle.
or banana ketchup?
Oh, banana ketchup. I haven't had in a while.
So, what do you prefer between the two? Like, if there was a life and death situation, and you had to run and take one for your flight,
Mang Tomas
hard.
Mang
or
Tomas
banana
or
ketchup.
banana ketchup?
You know what? I'm gonna go with banana ketchup.
Hey.
Something different.
Spicy.
Yeah, spicy.
Gonna add that to our grocery list.
I'll go calamansi in the car, like, because we have a tree at home.
That's so
It's like
cool.
taller than the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And we kind of like just got some from the weekend. But I've got like a whole bag. Like if you
Oh
want
my
to take home
gosh.
some
Hey.
like later
Yes,
on.
please.
man.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
sell them? You should
We
definitely.
used to before, like there's a store.
Business manager over here.
Yeah, give it to me. I'll sell it on Instagram.
It used to be $5 a bag at Mount
Oh,
Druitt.
actually, I had no
Make a
idea.
remix to your song, Calamansi Love.
Take note. Take note. Tell my manager.
Calamansi Love.
So sweet, so sour. Oh, that's so funny.
You would kill it on a Filipino ad.
Oh, it's funny. Before I got married,
yeah.
it was one of my goals to be.
You're an
in a
artista.
Yeah, or to be in a drama. Even just as an extra, I said I was like, I want to be in a.
You can still do it, dude.
I really want to,
It's possible.
but I gotta work up on my Tagalog. Yeah.
All the directors out there,
Even
all
if
the Filipino
even
directors
just be
out
an
there.
extra to be like, ay nako.
Yeah,
And then
I
just do
know.
a zoom in.
I say that to my kids all the time, especially my eldest, my 2-year-old. I know.
Can we do an audition right now? You can do a video audition right now.
Play the MMK.
Yeah. MMK music. So, what's a scene?
We'll audition you at.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
I'm
Oh,
so nervous.
you have to. You're reuniting with your kasama that got possessed.
Oh my gosh,
And then-
so that wasn't my kasama.
Oh, it wasn't.
We were temporary kabahay because I was the
Alright.
senior kasama.
All right, now play the scene where the demon actually. Oh no, she's getting possessed, but your flight is more
So I'm
important.
Yeah.
upstairs and someone comes up.
Yeah.
Wait,
Here
so
we
who
go.
am I playing? Me?
You're playing you.
You're playing you.
Okay.
Your
Is someone gonna
your
play them?
kabahai is possessed. You're about to miss your flight. They're freaking you out. And go.
Sister, pasensya ha. Alam ko may sakit ka dyan. Bukas ng umaga, pinaka-important time sa buhay ko dito sa Philippines kasi uwi ako. I'm going home, sister. Kaya, Paki, take your bed downstairs, ha? And just tulak ka dyan, ha? Sige. Salamat, sister. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Hey! Man.
My Tagalog was so rusty.
Whew, I felt the emotion there, man. Like if I was the sister, I'd be like, really? I have to sleep downstairs.
You're so like you're sweet. Like
So sincere
you're so
about it as
sincere
well.
about someone, and she's getting possessed. She's running from you. And you're like, "Oh, sister, huh?
Sister, Paki, take your bed.
Take your kama."
Don't see your chinelas.
Her head spinning around. Take your bed downstairs.
Salamat.
His music's in the background too.
That is so.
Factor as well. Salamat.
Salamat, sister.
And it's funny, like it's not funny, but like I was upstairs, she was downstairs because it's like double story, so I had to just. So my desk is here, I'm packing. I'm just.
You're checking up on her.
And she was there the whole time, like sleeping. She was able to sleep. So I don't know if it's because the other sisters upstairs were paranoid. Maybe that was making her
Anxious.
triggering, triggering the spirits. I don't know. But maybe the spirit was like, "Oh, she's Australian." So
I reckon.
She's so strong.
I'm gonna back up. Who knows?
I reckon you look back at this like when your kids become teenagers, and then you'll be like, "Go to bed," and they'll be like, "You're like, go to bed right now. Take your shit and go to your room." Yeah, they just don't want to talk. Like they're just on their phone or whatever.
Oh my
Play this in the
god!
I don't have time for this. I've got to go on tour tomorrow.
I have work in the morning. I can't afford to miss my bus.
I'm gonna be an artista.
Well, I got a new one. I got a new scenario for you.
Oh my gosh, I can't do it.
We're gonna incorporate your husband into this.
Okay. Are you ready?
This is you professing your love
Oh,
for the first time to your husband, but the situation is he has to go back to the Philippines. Actually, you're in the Philippines now. He has to go back to Australia the next day.
Okay, I'll just
And
pretend we're not missionaries anymore.
Yeah,
obviously. He's like,
So
yeah.
you're living in the Philippines and you're professing your love to him because this is the first time he needs to know that you love
his
him.
bus is coming in like 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta tell him before he leaves.
Why is he smiling?
He's like, I'm going to enjoy this.
Here we go.
And go.
I just want to say first, I'm going to speak Taglish because I'm nervous.
You're all good.
Hello, babe. Please, ha? Wag mag-leave. Bukas, wag. Stay dito sa house. Alam ko na mahirap ang buhay natin dito sa Philippines. Pero alam ko kung together tayo, ayos lang tayo.
Oh,
Mahal na mahal kita.
shit.
I don't know what I'm saying.
I need tissues, man. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that Taglish was so ugly.
My favorite part was your way to get you in the zone is by starting your sentence with hello.
Hello. That was like,
That's the trigger word for it.
yeah, hello.
My trigger word is hi. Every time I pretend to be my mom and mock my mom, I'm gonna start off with hi.
Get into it.
It is. Hi.
That was beautiful. You got a career. Maybe we
promise I'll work on it.
can make a teleseria. We can call it Lady Love.
Hey.
Yeah, like teleseria loves to put songs in their titles.
And then the theme is going to be Lady Love by Bina Butta.
yeah, it's gonna be the story of you and your husband. And
That's
you're
so
possessed. And you're possessed. Roommate.
Like you gotta fight off. It's like The Last of Us. You gotta fight off the possessed.
If y'all need an extra, I promise I'll work on my Tagalog. Just let me know when
You're gonna be in
I'll audition.
Cinema One in no time.
100%.
I think the gateway to it, you have to do like Wawawi and Asap.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you watch that back in the day?
That's
You
I'm
didn't
like,
watch
oh no, I'm nervous.
Well,
now.
you're part of the way there because you got to do like it's like game show stuff. Then they get you to do stuff
Yeah.
like do
Oh, wait,
tasks
yeah,
and
yeah,
things
yeah, I
like that,
have
right?
seen it.
So
Right.
we got you to the audition here, so you're kind of part of the way there.
Can this be my audition tape?
No, I'll send it to you. We'll send it to the Philippines. Everyone out there from the Philippines, if you know a connection to ABS-CBN, just send this little clip.
I think Mikhail works there.
Oh, there we go. We know someone already. So we'll send the clip.
Shout out to Mikael.
Okay, sorry, because the possessed story keeps playing. in my mind now. Can I just put a disclaimer before I get dragged? That's okay. Our president already blessed the sister. Like we already had the blessing. So that's why I felt okay. Like the prayer's done. We're done. Like
She's good.
Yeah, but she was still obviously like she was. Yeah.
This is gonna bring me back.
People are gonna be like, "Wow, you left your companion." I'm like, I promise I did.
Just a disclaimer as well.
Yeah.
We exaggerate things for comedy. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. We find something and then we drag it to the ground.
Yeah, and the saddest part was she was actually Pinoy from somewhere down south in the Philippines.
Right.
If you're watching this, you can come for these guys. Not me. Please.
Don't cover me. I'm not as strong as she. I have no flight anywhere. I'm staying here in Mount
That's the best.
All right. Let's get into some food, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So I couldn't get all the food on your list.
Yeah. I
I'm
see the
excited to
soy one.
try
I was
this.
like, is this the luau?
Yeah. They called it polsami. Is that the same thing?
Is that the one with the Bobby Massimo in it?
Yeah, but yeah.
What's it
Honestly-
called?
I did some
Bobby
research
Massimo.
on it. It's they're calling it the same thing. It's just a different name. So I think that is the luau.
I have a
And-
confession. My Tagalog is way better than my Samoan.
Oh,
Yeah, way better.
So we're claiming. You should flip the you should your profile.
The flag.
The flags.
I have a line in between the flags, guys. But yes.
Filipino and then Samoan.
So you want to start off with all right. So these are the Samoan foods. What do you
Yep.
call it? Polynesian foods.
Are they the banana
And we
chips?
got we'll start off with something light. You want to introduce the first thing we have?
This one is the banana chips.
Oh yeah, we'll start with
Okay.
banana chips. All right, cool.
Have-
Let's start off. Garcia, you want to open it up and we'll
Yeah,
grab
yeah,
one
yeah.
each. But yeah, so we wanted to branch out to other cultures on the podcast. We can't always just be Filipino.
Do you want me to open it?
So this was a perfect
that's
opportunity to try some snacks from the islands of Samoa.
While Gassi is doing that, what are the other ones there? Because that looks like siopao.
Yes, I was just going to say, when I was in the Philippines and we'd pull up to 7-Eleven, I'm like, hey, they got keke puaa here, but it was actually siopao.
Keke pua.
Keke, which is like cake or biscuit, keke, and then puaa, which is baboy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is
Keke
lamb.
Oh, this is
all I'm
keke
gonna
lamb.
get.
Keke and ham.
I told you,
Please
I had
help
to
me,
get, this was like 5:30 at the
Sorry,
shop, so I had to get
it's-
what I had to get.
It's lamb. It's not keke puaa, but it's lamb. But same thing. It's
Yeah.
like siopao, but lamb inside. And then this one's actually funny. That one, yeah. This one is
they look
called
like waffles.
Yeah, it's actually called keke senga. Keke sena. So they say keke senga because it's actually, well, I think it's because we use soy sauce to make it.
Okay.
Yeah. My kids actually love that.
Okay.
Is it savory?
Um,
Is it like salty? No.
is it salty? Oh, I'm asking my husband, but he doesn't even like it. A little bit, maybe, I guess, because of soy sauce, but not really.
Okay. And
I
then
think
that one we're thinking is the lengua?
The luau.
Luau,
Yeah.
luau.
Did they say there was
said-
meat in it?
Sorry. There's I think there was beef in that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll have to check.
Oh, okay. So, we'll go with the banana.
All right, let's go
chips
banana
first.
chips.
Gassi is digging in. How we feeling about them banana chips?
it doesn't taste like bananas though.
Yo, these chips are bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. These chips are bananas. Sorry.
Thanks,
That's
Dad.
Gwen Stefani song "Bananas." Yeah.
Yeah, that song. Banana.
The banana song, yeah? Banana.
Shout outs to Lara.
ASMR.
This feels like when once you get like a few, it's like it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a movie going and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like I was expecting something like very fruity, like because when we have like dried mangoes and stuff, it kind of almost tastes like lollies and stuff, right?
Yeah,
It's
dried
so sugary.
mangoes, especially the ones made in Cebu, the best ones ever. Sorry, not sorry, but all the other dried mangoes, you got nothing
Have
on
you
the
tried
one
the
from
Woolies
Cebu.
one?
Yes, but it's always a
bro.
disappointment.
It's
Yeah, like it doesn't compare to the.
So out of
Cebu one.
5, it is 4 out of 5 disappointments.
I do like these
Okay.
banana chips though.
Yeah.
It has this. It's not crunchy. It has this texture where it's kind of soft but kind of hard type of thing.
It's like
It's like-
makunat. huh?
And
It's also salty. The slight,
taste-
the slight salty
the
taste.
taste punches you later on. Like you chew it, it's like, oh, it don't taste really like something, but later on it's like, oh, there's the taste right there.
Yeah.
But you have to eat a bunch. It looks like
Right.
you can't eat just one at a time.
Kind of like the boy bawang. You can't just have one.
Yeah, DeAndre
You
was
gotta have
eating
a
one at a
bunch.
time.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing?
I feel like I'm gonna need some salsa with this or something, like some sort of dip,
You want to turn into
something with the
nachos.
because that's like the texture to me is like corn chips.
Mm.
I'm guessing that would go good if you're drinking something as well.
Maybe.
Like a
Yeah.
sugary drink, like to go with it.
One of our local drinks, I'm pretty sure it's local, is like our taxi drinks. Well, I'm sure they're throughout the islands.
I was trying to find that, but I couldn't find that.
Taxi drink?
What's equivalent to the taxi drinks in the fills?
What's a taxi drink?
Is
It's
it like a soda?
fizzy, yes.
Yeah,
it's
so
a
it's a
fizzy drink.
soda. Like, what's a soda like? Is it like
What's a
RC Cola
filler?
that type of thing?
Sarsi?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Sarsi.
Yeah.
and all that,
I was like,
yeah.
something C? Yeah.
You have this with Sarsi, yeah, nice.
All right,
You know,
out of
small.
10,
I give it 8.
I'd give it a good. Yeah, I'd give it a good 7.5. It's just one of those things you just keep eating on a good night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about you, Bina? What would you give it out of 10?
I'm not going to lie. I'd probably give this one maybe like a 6.
Oh.
Yeah, the local ones are real good. Like, obviously, if not straight from the islands, you actually have some poly moms that fry them from home, and they sell them for like $2 in a bag.
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah.
legit.
But yeah, like I said, sorry, if I had more time, I would have like
It's all-
gotten like the ones
It's
I'm.
all good. I messaged you at like 3 o'clock. It's like, oh, do you know any snacks?
And the store closes in 2 hours.
But yeah, all right, cool. Where can we go next? Let's go with this. So what did you say this was?
That's Keke Senga.
I didn't like the
Sanger.
banana chips, by the way.
You didn't like
I didn't like
Sorry, we skipped.
I skipped because they knew I didn't
skipped
like it.
on.
I like chips.
So Senga actually means Asian in Samoan.
What does keke mean?
Keke is like cake,
Cake.
or biscuit. Yeah.
Keke.
Okay.
Cake, yeah. Keke Senga. Tell me if you can taste the soy sauce. I couldn't. Growing up, I didn't even know.
I can kind of
It's alright.
smell it.
One?
It's quite strong. This smell.
That's telling me a lot.
I literally have some at home.
I'm gonna take
It
a
looks
little
like
piece.
It looks like a croissant.
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 Are you not having any?
I'm okay. I literally have some at home
Oh.
because my kids love it.
I don't know what your kid's talking about.
Okay.
Can you taste the soy sauce?
Yeah, I can. It's like
Maybe the second bite would be better.
soy sauce is in some weird situations, soy sauce is kind of sweet, and this is like I can taste soy sauce, but I can also taste sweetness in this, even though it's kind of savory. Have you ever seen I remember there was this trend going around where people would take soft serve ice cream and then they put soy sauce in it, and they
I
were
actually
like,
haven't.
"This is amazing."
Which trend is this? I've
I
never seen
I
this.
just
Oh
remember
my god,
seeing it.
is that how you feel right now?
This is like that's how I feel. It's like it's that trend where someone took cake and then put soy sauce in it. It was like it's like someone was baking a cake. They dropped some soy sauce and they were like, "Oh shit! This isn't vanilla extract."
I can smell the soy sauce.
Yeah.
You know how do you put the soy sauce packet in your wallet? And
No, I
under
don't.
your wallet, your
He's
pocket.
I don't know that
And
feeling.
then you put your hand in your pocket and your hand smells like soy sauce. That's what it smells like.
It smells like you can smell the soy sauce. It smells savory. It tastes sweet.
Should we rate it?
The smell,
Let's rate it.
I'm
Rate it.
smelling it more than the taste.
I'm gonna have one more bite. Just to
I
decide.
might
know what
give
you
this
mean.
one. I might give this one a 6, just because it feels like this is like one half of something else. Like I feel like I can have this if I put it with like ice cream or something. Because it's so dry. Like I feel like I need to have something with it.
Yeah,
Done.
I'm the same. I mean, maybe I'll give it a 4 because I feel like it needs to go with something else.
You stole my answer.
I said the same thing about the banana chips, bro. I need some salsa.
I'll give this a 4 as well because I think it needs something else.
It's
You
so
stole my answer.
maybe some ice cream or something like that. You know.
it's so funny you guys say that because I think maybe a few years ago, if you guys told me you didn't like it, I would have been like a bit sad. But I live with someone who absolutely hates it, so my husband doesn't like it.
Hey,
Do you
Yeah.
agree though? It feels like it's
It's
just
the
dry.
Pinoy in him.
Yeah.
it's the bit like
Yeah.
it's got soy sauce.
I can smell the soy sauce more than I can taste it.
Yeah, and when you said that, I was like, that's actually very true.
But it looks really nice.
Well,
Like
if you're
the
watching
design.
this, and if you think you can make keke senga that these 3 Pinoy brothers would enjoy,
Send
us
it
up.
over
Yeah.
on a PO box. Send it over. I don't have one, but yeah.
You know the bottom of a pavlova?
Yeah.
It's like the crust bit?
Yeah.
Kind of feels like
Yeah.
that. Like
'Cause
just eating that
It's
part.
it's like a pie crust or a cheesecake
off,
crust.
Take off all the cream, everything that makes it
all
tasty.
the moisture bit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it still has its taste, but it feels like it's empty without the other part. So
Yeah.
I'm good with that one. It's all good.
It's funny because my whole life I've never really sat here and really broken down the texture of keke senga until now. Like, yeah, true.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it is kind of that. Yeah.
Well,
What's next?
well, I'm glad the podcast is helping you break down your culture's food.
Go through
Yeah.
my.
So we go with this
Yeah,
one.
I think we'll go with the lamb buns.
The lamb buns.
Yeah.
We've got lamb
I kind of
buns
feel
over
like I'm gonna like this story.
Yeah.
Just cause.
I
Is this
feel like
something
I'm
is-
gonna like it already as
It's,
well.
it's something familiar, right? This is
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
shop out.
Shopao. I think you might find with shopao the bun itself might usually be softer.
Okay.
Oh, so this is it's a little tougher.
Yeah.
Do they
oh,
steam
that's just
these
for
as
me.
well? Or?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
like egg in your shop out?
No,
Yeah, I
I
hate
don't,
it
to be
too.
honest. Do you guys like adobo in your shopao?
Ooh, I
Yeah.
never had a double
Yeah,
shop out.
7-Eleven in the
What?
fields.
Yeah,
I, thought-
bro.
I was about to go to
He's like, which one?
7-Eleven. I mean, right next to the Krispy Kreme.
There's paper on it like shop out too, so just be careful.
Okay.
I like egg in my shop out. Do you want that one?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
I like egg in my shop out only because it's extra protein. That's all. It's just like I'm just like, yeah, give me all that protein.
Oh, we should find some shopao places around here.
I know. I think Jazz
Jazz does them shop
Yeah,
out.
Jazz does some shop
I'm
out
telling
now.
you, I can't
April 8th,
wait. to
guys.
try-
April 8th.
You know,
Yeah,
we'll find them. Vietnamese people make shop out too.
Oh, do they? Does it
Yeah.
taste the same though, like the Pinoy one?
No, so one of the things I figured out, like
smells so good.
you know, the pork shop out.
Oh, yeah.
There's no pork bits in it. Like there's no meat part. It's just.
Is this the
fat.
Vietnamese one you're talking about, or?
No, the
Pinoy one?
ones like the Filipino ones.
Yeah, it's like they really like mash it. I don't know, or mix it up. Mate. Yeah.
But the majority of the thing isn't really like meat. It was the butt, like the fat that they put in the shop out.
Did you say the what?
The butt.
The butt?
the butt. It probably was. But yeah, the stuff in there doesn't really contain a lot of meat.
I think the shopao as well, shopao and keke pua'as, or like these lamb buns. I think they taste best, in my opinion, when it's fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the good thing about these ones. You can buy from the shops, warm it up 10 minutes later, and she's good.
Or leave it on the table, have a podcast
For a few hours, and then
Do you usually have a specific sauce to put on this?
usually we just eat it like that. I think one of my kuyas puts ketchup on it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wonder what banana ketchup would taste like.
Spicy.
Needs sauce. That's what I feel. Just
Banana
one-
ketchup
some-
wouldn't be nice with this.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
Now I feel like banana
But
ketchup.
this is. I like this. I like this a lot.
I think you'll love it when it's fresh. Like I love it when it's fresh. Like your hands are like, ooh.
Because
Ain't
lamb is kind of fatty, and so when the fat congeals in it, it's kind of like a different texture. But yeah, I agree. Like I think it would taste. I think it would taste nice if it was fresh.
Fun facts.
Tastes better. All right, let's rate it. Let's rate it.
Congeals.
With my shop out, I'm the opposite with the ratio of
Rice to ulam.
rice to ulam. But with shop out, I want more meat than the
Oh, yeah.
bread. Yeah. So when it comes to
Straight
bread, the ratio just flips over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
More meat
So
than bread.
because I feel like if I eat a lot of bread, I just feel like it just is really bland. There's nothing there. I don't know. For some reason, rice is just good even by itself. You know what I mean? You know. So yeah, it's good.
Rating
I
out of
like
10.
this.
Rating out of 10.
I'm sorry. I'd give this a 7, but if it was fresh, I'd probably go 8, 9. I like lamb.
I'll go up there too. So this for me is a 7. A 7.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say 8, and then if it was like, it would probably be a 9 or a 10 if it was what's it called? If it
Fresh,
was
like
fresh,
fresh out of like the
Fresh.
oven and shit. Oh, bro.
fresh out the steamer.
When you're like trying to fight the heat.
Yeah, I like the. Yeah.
When you do one of those, you need it.
And then someone goes, "Is it hot?" And then you go, "No, no."
And Bina's on the side saying, "I have no time for this.
I got a flight
to
to catch.
Take to the kitchen downstairs.
I don't know if I'm gonna regret sharing. I actually never shared that. Maybe just like a handful of times. Ever.
You'd be right. You'd be right. I actually like the bread in this. The bread is actually nice. You mentioned that it's not as soft as the shopao. It isn't.
That's my opinion, though.
Yeah, it isn't. But this is it's still like moist and like soft.
Yeah, I can imagine like if the lamb was in a shopao bread, it would kind of like seep through type of thing because it's just too soft.
I feel like the shopao's a bit, I don't know, maybe like fluffy, like it's nice to touch, but this one's sometimes maybe because it's wrapped up tightly. When I touch it, it's like rubbery.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's a little firmer than shopao.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Okay, so this one we usually eat
Lambas.
with like green bananas or taro, like galo.
Okay, so we can't eat, like
No, you can eat
you can eat
it.
it by itself.
Yeah. We just
What's this
we
called
don't ever
again?
eat it by itself, but I mean you
What's
can
this
try
called again?
it. Luau, but if it has meat in it, usually the Tongans actually have the best lusipi.
Lusipi.
Eat it, but like I said, we usually have it with fa'i, which is green banana, or taro galo.
I'm taking a bite out of this.
It's nice with yam, breadfruit. I've never seen anyone eat it like this.
It's like a burger.
It's like a Tongan kebab. You got the foil and everything. Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys. A Tongan kebab.
You bite through the leaf as well, or is it another wrapping?
You bite with
I love this.
Really?
I love this a lot.
It's so funny you guys are eating it by itself. Usually it's like ulam. That's like the ulam.
Yeah. No, I love this. I would eat this by itself.
Oh. Imagine
Funny
it
that
fresh
you mentioned
from
it
the oven.
because I was like, this needs rice.
There you go. There you go.
Bro, this kind of reminds me of lying.
Yeah, it's like lying. Yeah.
So lying, we have the. I don't know if you tried it while you're in the Philippines, but it's like taro leaves have been like chopped up, and then
It's in
it's like a coconut
Curry.
juice,
Yeah.
curry, and it's very very.
I've
Oh
had
wait, no,
this.
I think we have. Yeah.
I had this when I was in Samoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You went to Samoa. I think I
Yeah.
saw you talk about it.
Had this when I was in Samoa. I love this, man.
I thought you were gonna say I saw you sitting on someone else's lap.
In Samoa, I was. I did,
This is awesome.
You heard it
rice.
here, guys.
bro.
The Pinoys
This is
approved.
straight up. I'm eating just
Recipe.
ulam, just straight. I love it.
This is so good.
Maka's like,
Ooh.
oh, all
I don't
good.
think there's
I don't
any-
want one.
I don't think there's any meat in here.
Oh, so
Is
that
there
one,
another one?
if there's no meat in it, then it might just be
But either
luau.
way, it's whatever it is. It's so good. In
Yeah,
these-
there are different types.
How do I
of
say
meat.
it again?
That's just luau.
Luau.
Yeah, luau.
All right.
I kind of like this more than the lamb shopao now.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, out of 10.
Is this like is it one of those things like it needs to be fresh? Because I
Yeah,
reckon I give
so
it an
like-
8 now.
Yeah, I reckon you'd give it 11 out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah, as ulam
man.
and then fresh.
Bro, I'm giving it a
fresh
10,
from the
bro.
oven.
I love lying
I love
too,
this,
and
bro.
it's just giving me that. But it's like a burger.
Breaking like a burger.
Yeah.
It's like a laing burrito.
Oh man,
No, I can't get over Tongan kebab. But honestly, I think you guys.
Look at it right now.
exactly. That's the way they're holding
This is
it.
exactly what looks like when you're eating kebab.
But I really think you guys would love lusipi.
bro.
The Tongan ones taste way better.
I feel healthy too because it's like green.
Straight up, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
I'm giving this
Luau.
a full 10, bro. Full 10. I
I'm
told
re-
you I wasn't lying last time.
I'm already looking for rice.
You got a
dude.
bit on your beard.
That's when you know it's good.
He's saving some for later. I just want to scoff this down, man. It's so good.
Out of these ones, would this be your favorite? I look at all the
So
ones.
before, out of all the food in front of us,
Yeah.
probably before marriage, luau, like this one was my favorite. But then when I married my Tongan husband, I fell in love with lusipi. So it's just luau with different types of meat, like
Right,
lamb or beef. Yeah.
Oh,
Does your husband cook Tongan food?
We get in there. He can make oka. He makes bomb oka. It's just raw fish. They have some dishes like that in
Oh,
the
it's like
fields as well.
a ceviche type thing, right? Is that
Yeah. Just a bit with like more sabao and
right?
Ooh. I feel like I can put. Have you tried like dilis, like the dried up fish, like the tiny ones? I can mix it with
the one that you
this.
can have with mango, green mango.
Yep.
Oh no, you're talking about like bagong.
Oh, I love
That's
that
this.
stuff.
But the really I wouldn't say anchovy, but just like really dehydrated, like tiny fish.
Oh wait,
I can mix
yes.
it in with this, I reckon. And oh man, this would go
Wow,
off, bro.
I never thought of that.
Just like the saltiness, you
Yeah.
know, like that's where you, oh
They
man.
used to sell it on the side of the streets. They used to sell like the small ones in packets like that.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the big- Yeah, they can barbecue.
Oh man,
But I smashed this. I smashed this. It was so good.
I need to put the mic down.
I gotta find out how to make this, man. I love this.
I just need to figure out where to buy it. I
Mount
might
Druitt.
mess it up.
Or
So good.
I gave Raf the other address,
fucking good.
other name.
So good.
Oh man. Oh no.
I give it a. Oh, that's what I give it. A round of applause, man.
I smashed that. It was so good. Oh man.
Right. What are the Filipino foods you can cook?
Oh, okay. I can cook adobo. I can cook lumpia.
Vegetables,
Spaghetti.
no vegetable.
Wait.
With vegetables or just meat?
Meat. You gotta have meat.
Yeah.
Hey, with lumpia, do you fresh or fried?
Fried for sure.
Okay.
I don't actually know how to make the fresh one, but I'm more of a fan of the fried. Obviously, spaghetti. Sinigang.
What do you
I don't
put
know
in
if you guys saw
spaghetti?
that.
What do you put
Sinigang.
in spaghetti?
Just the obviously just the pork mince and what's the little sausages called you can get from the Pinoy store?
Oh yeah, that one.
Pure
Yeah.
foods.
Yeah.
Pure Foods?
Pure foods, hot dogs.
But you know we love doing this for like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Is it togsilog? Like just the
Togsilog.
Yeah. Oh, yum.
Is that
Rice.
that's the Tocino one, right?
Tocino,
Yeah, tocino,
cinnamon,
eggs,
and
yeah.
itlog.
Just anything like
And
I love.
elogs. The elogs are great.
Yeah,
And
like
elogs
just you go there and they have so many different options: rice, egg, corned beef, rice, egg.
Yeah.
Corn
sausages.
slug. Oh, that's
Yeah.
my number one. Oh,
So good, so good.
so good. But yeah, what's the future like for Bina Butta?
We got more music finally coming out.
Hey.
I feel like all my fans are so sick of hearing me say that, but we really do. I don't think people realize that like it really takes me a long time to finally be like, all right, like let's release that one. And there's a lot of work behind it, and I'm very blessed to have like a really good team. I work with both my queers and our manager and our label. Shout out to Future Now. Shout out to Mark Martins, my manager, and yeah. So like Kenyon and DJ Noise do a lot of the production side. Obviously, they also have like a group, like a circle as well.
Yeah.
That help them, whether it's like mastering or mixing, but overall it's especially Queer Kenny.
You know,
He's the biggest
super talented
mentor for me.
I'm like every time I see him, I'm like mini fangirling in my every time I see Kenny.
Yeah, he's
I love
doing
how you call him just queer Kenny.
yeah.
It's like, oh,
Queer.
queer Kanye. Like it's just like a very, it's a cute way of.
It's like I know him as like big star Kenyan Brad.
yeah, it's like Kenyan Brand. I was like,
yeah.
oh, it's queer Kenny. It's really, oh, man,
It's just
so
queer.
cute.
It's just
Queer.
queer.
Yeah, usually I'm just like, oh yeah, that's queer.
Man.
So like
Talented
when do
family.
you reckon we can
Thank
expect
you.
the song to come out?
I believe it comes out end of next month.
Ooh, in time for the Filipinos after Easter.
Oh,
It's
yes.
the fiesta season.
The Fiesta
Fiesta
season.
season, man.
Well, yeah. So, any shows coming up as well?
I was about to announce something that I wasn't allowed to. Wait, when is this airing?
It's Friday.
Friday. Okay, I can announce it. But yes, we do have some shows coming up. Big Hint is in the islands, in some of the islands. Yeah.
Hey, that's so
I can't
good.
say yet. Which
Oh, you can't
one.
say yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Just because
Secrets.
whoever's like booked us, they had like a set time to announce.
Okay. It could be possibly in the link below. If it's not there, hasn't been announced yet.
If
Yeah.
it's not there, then you need to scour the internet looking for it.
Google it.
Where can they find you?
Oh, home or like with my kids.
I can tell this is your first podcast.
Are you talking about my socials?
Your socials,
I forgot about that. Yeah, definitely you can catch me on Instagram, Bina Butta, BINABUTTA, and same for TikTok and I think and YouTube. Yeah.
Hey,
Sure, yeah.
instead of catch me outside, you're catch me inside with my kids.
Yeah, with my 2
How about
kids. My Cine Gang Gang.
Hey,
What you know? What you know about Cine Gang
If
Gang?
you're getting possessed, you can find me upstairs.
packing my clothes.
Get ready for my flight.
I just still love that your reaction, because like my reaction would be like, "Fuck, I'm dead." You'd be like, "Fuck, I'm late."
But you know what? By then, it was basically my 18 months living in the Philippines. By then, you've seen it all. If you can make it in the Philippines, you can make it anywhere else in the world. So by then, honestly, I wasn't scared.
People possessed, but it's okay though.